Lights go down, the sirens sound. You know what time it is. Detail. You know what time it is. Steel in our veins and fire in our eyes. When chaos rises, we're the last line. Step in the ring, step into the fight. We keep the order on a Friday night. When the crowd gets loud and the tension's high, you know the Guardians have arrived. We are the silent security detail. Stand your ground or you will fail. When the storm begins to rise, we bring the thunder to the fight. No fear, no backing down. We run this battlefield of SmackDown. When the warning lights reveal, you face it down. Security detail. Security detail.
Boston is the place to be for SmackDown. If you cannot be in Boston, you can at least be watching it from at home while listening to your favorite team here at Turnbuckle Studios. Well, only me tonight, but we are doing the SmackDown Security Detail. My name is Chris Best. We've got CM Punk walking into the building. Kevin Owens is in there as well. We know that there's going to be some kind of an interaction between these two at some point tonight. On top of that, we've got ourselves a United States Championship match. Baron Corbin set to defend against Carmelo Hayes. But also, the women's U.S. title will also be on the line. Jacy Jane looking to challenge Tiffany Stratton for the title. As we're looking at a full crowd here tonight, packed audience getting ready for the action. And in the ring, we've got Nick Aldis in the ring. I wonder what's on his mind. So we're looking at Chelsea Green suffering an broken orbital bone last week on SmackDown. And after discussing with the medical, he's reached a decision regarding her injury. So without further ado, Chelsea Green is coming out here. And that's where, looking at what happened last week with her injury here, and I don't like what's going to happen here. I get a feeling Chelsea may unfortunately be stripped of the championship here. Some ominous words from our GM, and our GM is talking right now. Crowd is chanting for Chelsea. Nick is saying he knows how hard she's worked and how much that SummerSlam moment means to her. Saying that he could not in good conscience let Chelsea compete with the broken orbital bone. Chelsea saying, "Stop, don't say it." Saying, "Look, it's already healing. I'll do whatever it takes, Nick. Please don't say what I think you're going to say." This is a Chelsea looks very heartbroken over what could very well happen, as Chelsea has been told to relinquish the championship. Chelsea saying she knew it was too good to be true, that when she climbed the ladder and took that title down, that she was just waiting for the other shoe to drop, because every single time that something good has come her way and something magical happens to her in this business, she says it's always followed by something devastating. Saying that's just her story, isn't it? That's just Chelsea Green, the comic relief, the perfect opponent for the rest of the girls. Never the champion. Wow. Chelsea speaking from the heart here, guys. Never the QB. Crowd is chanting for her, and she's saying, you know how much she has sacrificed just to be here. She's missed weddings, she's missed funerals, she's broken bones, she's left it all her blood, sweat, and tears in this ring. She's put her face through birthday cakes and pies and has been thrown in dumpsters. She had the entire world laugh in her face. But she always told herself it was all worth it. She's saying, because this moment would come, and now here we are. Nick Aldis saying, I made it. Or Chelsea saying, I made it. You should understand that, especially after SummerSlam. Wow. Just the emotion that's coming off of Chelsea here. She's pleading and fighting for her to keep this belt, this championship that she's worked so hard for. Saying he was a champion, that his wife was a champion. His wife held that title that she currently carries. She's saying until someone takes this off of her, it's hers. And the crowd is cheering for her. Oh, and she forfeited it. Wait a minute here. Maybe all this wasn't finished. I don't know. Or maybe she lit a fire under Aldis's ass. Saying Chelsea. Saying, as Nick Aldis, the GAM, I think I'm doing the right thing. And forcing Chelsea kind of stomping back here. Saying, as Nick Aldis, the man, I don't give a damn what medical says. She's going to give her 30 days to get cleared. Wow. Oh, wow. What a reversal of decision there, because it just sounded like Nick Aldis was going to strip her of the belt. But that changed. Uh-oh, lights are out. What's this all about? Gunther. What the heck does he want? What's on here? Why Gunther? I know Gunther and Nick Aldis. I don't think their situation is finished, but why Gunther in this situation? saying, well, enough of that sob story. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it. Let's put all our attention actually to this company. Wow. Right. See, Gunther saying right now to Chelsea right now, or Nick is saying that he was dealing with the women's champion. And now there's words being exchanged between the two of them. Saying that he pulled double duty at SummerSlam and beat Gunther or beat Aldis one night and wrestled the Fatal 4-Way the following night. Now he's trying to corner Nick Aldis about the addition of Kevin Owens to the match. And that Nick Aldis saying that they've been negotiating the contract for months. And now why is Chelsea trying to get involved here too? Nick saying that Gunther that he couldn't get the job done and he apologized. And now he's turning to Chelsea, telling him to shut up. Why do I get a feeling? I don't know. I might be reaching here, but why do I get a feeling that this is going to lead to Gunther murdering Matt Cardona with this whole thing with Chelsea Green getting involved here? Yeah, there's Matt Cardona getting involved. Getting a little too cocky as he usually does is Gunther right now. There's a part of me that I really would like to see Matt Cardona get a win if there is a match that is booked between these two men here. There's nothing right now Cardona is just laying it into Gunther. Gunther was a little bit shocked by that, by the way. A little bit interesting opening there. We might be getting a Cardona and Gunther matchup, but I get a feeling that Cardona is going to need a little bit of help in order to beat Gunther, just like we do right here at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. Take a look.
A Turnbuckle Affiliation Program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
That's right, guys. We want you to go to turnbucklestudios.org. We want you to click that join button. We want you to fill out that application and we want you to send it off to us for us to take a look at and discuss with you what the best fit is within the Turnbuckle affiliation program. Turnbucklestudios.org is the place to go. But yeah, I'm wondering if this Matt Cardona Gunther situation is leading to something a little bit big. Oh. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm wondering if this is leading to something big, or is this going to lead to or is this just a filler piece for Gunther and the match as whatever upcoming feud he could very well be having. We'll have to wait and see on that one though, but I'm intrigued, and I kind of hope there's a part of me that hopes to see Matt Cardona again take that win, and maybe we give him something big. Maybe this is something that could lead to a feud with Gunther, and I don't know. We'll have to see where this goes. I don't really want it to be a one-off feud, one-off match, but a feud for Matt Cardona that would at least give him something to do. As we come back from the commercial break here. Are we? Oh, we're having Gunther and Cardona now. And Gunther just laying in those chops and not letting go of Cardona's wrist there. And Cardona mounting a comeback here in the corner here. Now, this is what I call an impromptu matchup. You know, you got both guys who are having this match, and they're not even in their gear. They're both wearing jeans, both wearing just their regular streetwear. The only thing they got is that their shirts are off. But we got Chelsea Green hanging out in the corner of Matt Cardona. Also, later tonight, guys, we also have a triple threat WWE Tag Team Championship match. The MFT going up against Damien Priest and R-Truth and the War Raiders. We are going to see a face-to-face between Kevin Owens and CM Punk. But speaking of Cody, I mean, like I got to assume that there's got to be something between him and Randy Orton that we're going to see later tonight, as Gunther is looks like he's about to powerbomb Cardona through onto the table. And then onto the ring post, just having his way here now. Sort of intimidating Chelsea there, but getting back into the ring. Chelsea trying to convince Cardona to stand up, get back in that ring. Beautiful short arm clothesline. Oh, now Chelsea trying to get involved as Gunther. Oh, maybe that's what Cardona needed. Rough Rider. Got the low blow and hit the Rough Rider. I don't know what he calls it now. He's going for a second one, but Gunther caught him with a power bomb position and throws him down. And I think he's looking for another power bomb. Oh, and right into the Boston Crab here. And yeah, Cardona's got nowhere else to go. And now all the officials in there checking on Cardona, making sure he's all right. But now who's coming out? Oh dear. Nia Jax and Lash Legend are coming out now, and they're going after. That looks like they might be heading after Chelsea here. Nia Jax saying she got screwed out of SummerSlam when, well, I suppose the one match maybe, but she did lose cleanly the second attempt. Nia Jax saying she wants the women's championship. Who else? Now who else? Oh, Tiffany. Okay, but Tiffany, you have to worry about that women's U.S. title match later tonight. We know that Tiffany and Chelsea have a very strong friendship. Oh, Jesus. And the irresistible force is just destroying Tiffany. And unfortunately, Chelsea is just frozen in fear right now. Now, what does this mean for the women's U.S. title match? Man, oh man. Just that little segment raised a bunch more questions there. But right now, we're looking at last Friday here, and we're looking at Tatum Paxley's debut on the main roster to help Charlotte and Alexa in their situation with Jade Cargill, B-Fab, and Meechin. And so right now we're looking at Charlotte and Alexa. Then they open up like a closet of some kind, and there's Tatum sitting in there with like a shrine to Alexa Bliss. I don't get it, but all right. But we are going to take a look at Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes here coming up next here. We're going to look back at what had happened between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. But ladies and gentlemen, as we see the WWE promoting some an upcoming boxing event, we got a little bit of promotional stuff to do on our own. So take a look here, guys.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
Yeah, and if you want to find us there, all you got to do is click, head on over to turnbucklestudios.org, click that shop button, and you'll be directed to our shop powered by Redbubble, where you can do all kinds of shopping, whether it's you want something for the Xbox Showcase, you want something for Turnbuckle Talk, or if you just want something for the Chris Parrish podcast, it is all there for you at turnbucklestudios.org. But yeah, as we're in the middle of a commercial break here, and we're getting set for Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes to come in. I'd like to let you guys all know too that we do have a tag team partner, guys. And that tag team partner is Dubby, where you can save yourself 10% off of everything within the store by using that promo code TB Studios to get yourself 10% off of everything within that store, guys. That is Dubby.gg. And look at it. Look who it is. The man I'm just talking about, Chris Parrish.
You have no idea how quickly you have to be to change all that in that 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Thank Thankfully, that W thing just hangs around at the end a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Were you able to see or at least hear what happened at the beginning of SmackDown?
we are all good.
Okay. Like I said, up next, we're looking back at the stuff between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully,
found
we
it-
don't get any involvement in this
Yeah.
time.
I found it very perplexing that we got Gunther and Matt Cardona, but I'm kind of hoping maybe it goes somewhere with Cardona.
Yeah, I mean, you want to see Cardona involved in something like that.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing. And obviously, you have Cardona and Rhodes' history kind of right there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Like it also could be a Matt Cardona just tired of guys like Gunther always assuming that he deserves everything and then not playing the patient game any longer.
Yeah. Well, it all stemmed too from Gunther kind of being intimidating on Chelsea Green as well. But
Yeah. But, I mean, Gunther, ever since he came to SmackDown, just always assumes that he's going to be in the title picture no matter what he does. He overplayed his hand, almost lost his title match to Royce Keys, ended up having to re-earn it. And yeah, all that drama with Nick Aldis then came into play, and then he just assumes he's right back where he needs to be, but he hasn't pulled the trigger and won when it matters most.
no, that fatal four-way, and he in that promo he came out and complained about Kevin Owens being added to the match, and well, that to me just said we're not done with Aldis and Gunther. I don't think.
I do think we are, because he could not be happy about Kevin Owens being added, but he should be a little thankful that he even got added in the first place as well.
That's pretty much what Aldis said too. So
yeah, so it's like, I mean, imagine like you're not hearing Finn Balor complain about it. That's the funny thing.
yeah,
Of all people, Finn Balor's not complaining about any of this stuff.
yeah, we've heard Sammy's complaining. Well, Kevin Owens isn't complaining either. He won the match.
Yeah.
Who's that Aldis was talking to? I didn't catch that. And speaking of Sammy, here we go again with him.
Well, and the people talking to Nick Aldis, by the way, was Jason Jordan and Daivari.
Oh, I couldn't even tell it was Jason Jordan. Okay, so are we going to Cody and Randy, or are we going to go to Cody and Sammy?
What's funny is I don't disagree with Sami Zayn at all.
Neither do I. He does have a rightful match against Cody.
He has a rightful match against CM Punk.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to get Cody and Sami tonight, but the winner takes on whomever wins between CM Punk and Kevin Owens. Interesting.
And I completely expect Randy Orton to get involved in that one.
Yeah. And speaking of championship opportunities, here comes our number one contender for the U.S. title, as he's going to be challenging Baron Corbin for said title in Carmelo Hayes right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I was talking off stream about this just the other night, where I had mentioned that I feel like this is all a movement to get the belt on Carmelo Hayes. However, I don't think tonight is the night.
I don't know if it was a move to get the title on Carmelo Hayes. I think it was, again, something to get the title off Trick and then really get it on a heel. And I'll kind of say this.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since Solo Sikoa lost that title to Sami Zayn, it was babyface after babyface after babyface after babyface until they went to Trick Williams, where we thought that was going to be the first time we had a heel champion. Until WrestleMania comes around and Sami Zayn is booed and Trick Williams is cheered, and we still didn't have a heel champion.
Right?
Hello, Bobby. How are you doing? So go back to whenever Solo Sikoa lost that title. That was the last time before SummerSlam a heel was a United States champion.
That would be closer, yeah. Because last year he defended that U.S. title against Jacob Fatu, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's been a while.
Yeah. We're looking at so when Sami won the belt, that was like September of last year. We're almost a full year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. So yeah, that's why I don't think Melo wins tonight. That's why I think I want to see Corbin hold it for a little bit more. But as we're talking U.S. Championship matches, the Women's U.S. Championship is in jeopardy tonight too. The match itself, I mean, as we saw, the Irresistible Forces took them out earlier, or took out Tiffany earlier. And I kind of thought that was going to be a moment where Jacy Jane was going to run down afterwards, and with a referee being already there, just get the match over and done with and get the pin.
Yeah. And just to add some facts into it, it was August 29th, 2025. Sami Zayn defeated Solo Sikoa on an episode of SmackDown.
Yeah.
It was then August 2nd of this year where Baron Corbin won. So 27 days short of a full calendar year.
Yeah.
Bobby Stats coming in saying Julia wrestled against Jade Cargill group member Meechin tonight on main event tapings before SmackDown was on.
Nice.
It's also been heavily rumored that Julia could be one of those talents that could be moving to Raw, as there's been a heavy rumor that there could be some talent swapping between Raw and SmackDown in the next few months.
I think I can get behind Julia going to Raw, provided that they don't team her up with Io, but have her in a feud with them with her.
Well, they're both babyface now, and I don't think you're going to have them feuding. Not to mention, it could be a good way to add some star power to the women's tag team division too, if you do.
Yeah. And if Oscar comes back too as well.
But I mean, I look at it a lot. Like you look at somebody like Lyra Valkyria, her and Julia could just be right there. But I really do think if you were going to have that Raw and SmackDown talent kind of movement, I really do think the women's division is going to be heavily looked at that point and just say, okay, we see the injury bug that's happening over on SmackDown. As of right now, there is unknown status over Bayley.
Yeah.
We could have our assumptions, but assumptions don't equal into factual information. So as of right now, we just don't know. So when you look at all that stuff, I think it's heavily expected Lola Vice will be SmackDown.
Yeah.
So there could be some additions going to Raw. Like a Julia going over to Raw. I think Jordan Grace makes a lot of sense. I even think moving Lyra to even SmackDown could be a fit.
And then we've got maybe at least one return that I think of that could be on the horizon in Naomi as well.
Mm-hmm. And even Bianca Belair is not that far away. I do think Bianca Belair could be a Royal Rumble return.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even be surprised if Naomi is closer into that as well. It really depends on how she is. Bobby's asking about Ivy Neville from Raw to SmackDown. I would be okay with that, provided if the Creeds go along with her.
Mm-hmm. So I kind of like that Baron Corbin's been coming out on a bike. It adds to his whole nomad gimmick because, as we know, if you're in a biker gang, if you're a nomad, you're sort of in a biker gang, but not really in one. And I think that's the gimmick they're trying to portray with Baron Corbin here.
Yeah, and we do remember his last time in NXT. He was doing the same thing as well. Like when he was using to burn the ships, he was using the motorcycle.
Yeah.
But Mello doesn't need a motorcycle to jump over the top rope. He just needs his natural athleticism.
Yep. I gotta wonder though, does Trick get involved in this match in some way or another?
I mean, you could. I mean, you could if you really want to finish that chapter and have that last match with Trick and Baron.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't know if you really need to.
And Mello just throwing everything he can at Corbin to try and keep the man down.
Yeah, because didn't Baron Corbin and Trick have their match last week as well?
Yeah, that might have been the finality for that one.
Mm-hmm. You could you could do Corbin and Ricky Saints. That actually would be a pairing I would like to see.
Yeah, I could see Baron being like the muscle for Ricky Saints.
Mel kind of just sat on the face or the head of Baron.
Yeah, I'll say this again. The one thing I'm really liking about this Baron Corbin return is just how much more aggressive Baron Corbin has become.
More aggressive and definitely more focused.
Yeah.
Because he didn't waste any time to get what he wanted, and that was the U.S. title.
Yep.
And right away, first crack, that's all he needed to become champion. And you have to wonder if that's going to be kind of how Baron Corbin conducts his business moving forward now.
It wouldn't surprise me if, like, within the next year and a half, that we see Baron Corbin in that heavyweight title picture. If this is what if they keep up with this with Baron Corbin. And just as I'm looking at Baron or Melo's tights there, the green and the white, that is definitely representative of the Boston Celtics, because they are playing in the Boston Garden tonight, or the TD Garden.
It's either that or he's just showing a little bit of favors to, the tribal chief, the world heavyweight champion, a little homage to the CFL colors of the Edmonton, then Eskimos, now Elks.
I believe Melo's from the Boston area anyways.
He is from the Massachusetts area.
We also saw Cody repping the colors of the Boston Bruins earlier too. No love for the Red Sox yet. Or the Patriots, thank God.
No. And as I don't know if you noticed, but the shirt that Kevin Owens was wearing, that Stone Cold shirt.
Yeah.
Did you notice that was the exact same Stone Cold design shirt that CM Punk wore on his infamous pipe bomb promo?
Yes, it was. Getting into the head of CM Punk, because they are going to have a face-to-face later tonight.
Well, I think he's going to have to try harder if he thinks a T-shirt is going to be a mind game to CM Punk.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, Kevin Owens has fully admitted he is a full-blown Stone Cold Steve Austin fan.
Not gonna lie, the night that he took on Kevin Owens or Stone Cold at WrestleMania, just something told me that he just gleefully accepted that when he was told that was happening.
Well, I think somebody who's not gleeful right now is Baron Corbin, as he is in some trouble there with this offense of Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, once again, Mello trying to throw everything he can at Baron Corbin to try and get that win. We know he's been trying to get back that U.S. title since he lost it some months ago. Oh, and the deep six there. Oh, I thought Corbin was going to win off that. I was going to say I've never seen Corbin win off the deep six.
He hasn't in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
No, he's only had about a handful of WWE matches in the last year.
Yeah, but even like watching him in MLW, I don't think he's won off the deep six there.
And the fans are getting riled up as Carmelo Hayes is taking his time getting to the top rope. And there's
Thank you, Bobby.
the end of days.
Yeah.
And the dub for Baron Corbin as he has
Nice.
retained his United States title.
And here comes Trick Williams. I don't know if I were Baron Corbin while he's doing all that, I'd run. Oh, that's why Lil Yachty's behind him.
Okay, little Yachty, you might die.
Yeah, we're gonna see the unaliving of Lil Yachty here.
Oh, he's smart to get out of there quickly.
Now I think Mello might get or might try to ask for a rematch, but I get a feeling that this could all lead to a triple threat for the U.S. title.
Well, I mean, I look at Carmelo Hayes as he lost fair, he lost clean.
Yeah.
He's got to get to the back of the line if he wants another shot, in my opinion. Tiffany Stratton says she is going to be just fine and defend her title tonight.
Oh, the Punk and Kevin Owens face to face is up next. I thought that was going to be the main event tonight.
No, I do believe that the main event segment is going to be Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes.
Oh yeah, the Cody Sammy matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. But over here at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, we've got several main events that you should check out here.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night, we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday, we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays, let us power your dreams with the Xbox Showcase at 9 p.m. Friday, we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown SecuiryDetail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
That's right, guys. If you want to head on over to Turnbuckle Studios and check out all of our latest programming, all you got to do is click the shows button and you'll find all of the main event programming with Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. Whether it's you want to watch the Chris Parrish podcast and watch that interview with Rich King, and I highly recommend you do that. Or if you want to check out some gaming, we've got the Xbox Showcase, PlayStation Showcase. Or if you're in the mood for some wrestling news, we've got Turnbuckle Talk. It's all right there for you at turnbucklestudios.org.
Now I have to ask, do you think Jacy Jayne is walking out SmackDown new United States champion?
I kind of want her to win, but see, now it seems like they're playing that I'm injured, but I can do it type thing. But I'm also thinking, like, I'm also thinking about the numbers game too, because Jacy Jayne obviously has Lainey Reed and Fallon Henley with her. So,
and we can't really forget about Nia Jax and Lash Legend and everyone there. So I do think we're going to see a new champion here. And I think for the same reason why Trick Williams lost that title, I do think with Chelsea being hurt, with Rhea being hurt, this now opens up a need for the babyface in that world title picture. And I think that's where we're going to see Tiffany Stratton kind of ascend back into.
yeah. So yeah, I could see that. So I'm gonna go with Jacy taking the win then. Yeah, but we also know that now Chelsea, because Nick Aldis told her she's got 30 days to get cleared and to have a face mask to wrestle or to be able to defend the title.
Which wouldn't be the first time she's wrestled with a face mask on.
No. And well, most recently we saw Rhea Ripley do it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn tonight.
We now have Kevin Owens making his way out.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what goes on between him and Punk. Do you think they come to blows tonight or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Bobby's also picking Jacy Jane.
Oh, it's next Friday. Their
Yes.
title match. Oh, geez.
Yes, it's the one in Toronto.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought that match was still a couple weeks off. Okay, so yeah, if this is the go home for that match, then they need to come to blows in this one.
I mean, unless there is just a really good back and forth mic session here.
Yeah.
And Kevin Owens is getting no chance to even speak. As he is officially cut out by CM Punk. Well, you asked about the Boston Red Sox. It looks like the Boston Red Sox colors are dripped on the shirt of CM Punk.
Yep. He'd probably be the only guy I would think that would wear those colors because, well, I mean, yeah, he's a sports fan, but he's a well-known baseball fan, having frequently showing up to Chicago Cubs games.
And the shirt just happened to also have Cubs colors on it as well.
Yeah.
But crazy to think that we were 7 days away from the first time between these two, and the fact that in 2026 we are getting Kevin Owens and CM Punk for the WWE Undisputed Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, and this is a match too that, like, with some of my friends who are ROH fans, this is like a dream match for them. Because yeah, they were two completely different eras of ROH, but there was always that discussion amongst some of my ROH friends who about who could win this matchup, and we're gonna see it next week.
Yeah, because guys like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, when he was wrestling under a different persona, and even just other wrestlers showed up to Ring of Honor just slightly after CM Punk left. And this even includes Seth Rollins when he was Tyler Black.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I think we're going to get some of that Ring of Honor nostalgia in this.
Yeah.
And there it is. Kevin Owens and Phil.
Yeah.
And Kevin Owens is saying for what he did in a locker room 20 years ago is just a reason to why he doesn't like CM Punk. Not every reason, but some.
Yeah.
And Kevin Owens seems like he's playing CM Punk right now.
Yeah.
And I think that
Mhm.
we're seeing a little bit of Kevin Owens playing kind of into that role we always kind of assumed somebody would go, right?
Yeah. But the dynamic here is interesting because we got like Punk who's laughing and joking a little bit, and Kevin Owens is like, I want to beat you up. I hate your guts, being serious about it.
And there's that Stone Cold Steve Austin reference.
Kevin Owens might be spitting some truth here, saying that if Punk were still there, would Kevin Owens be picked for those opportunities that were given to him?
And what's interesting about this is Kevin Owens is coming from a place of reality for him.
Mm-hmm.
There is a perspective that he's coming from that is very real for him. We've said CM Punk has been a polarizing figure, but we don't really ever seem to say for the wrestlers. We always assume it for the fans.
Yeah.
And CM Punk says he sees wasted potential in Kevin Owens.
Yeah. He says he sees a tough guy, but he's a bum. Now, do you think Kevin Owens takes the belt next week?
Provided if the company does something large, yes, but I don't think they will. And I wouldn't even be surprised if one of these two eventually moves into the heelish role. And maybe this is something that keeps going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's where I'm thinking, like, if Kevin Owens is successful, they're obviously going to keep him babyface, because let's say Sammy defeats Cody tonight. I know that was a money match in ROH, but at the same time, I don't know if it's a money match in WWE.
I mean, I think if given the right story, I think it could be.
Mm-hmm. Like they did have their feud in NXT, which I think that ultimately led to Sammy coming to the main roster before Kevin Owens.
Yes, because Sammy was the one that Kevin Owens defeated for that NXT title.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Kevin Owens spit in the face of Punk right now. Just like
Right.
literally just hawk a loogie in the face of Punk.
Just a huge gob of spit right into the fucking face. So we didn't come to blows, but they did trade some pretty good words there. As we got Finn Balor and Aldis talking in the locker room now.
And now Finn's coming up and asking why the additions to the match.
No, we were just saying that Finn was the only one not complaining alongside Kevin Owens. Now he's complaining.
Now Finn Balor looks like he is putting his sights set on Gunther. Now we go from one Judgment Day alumni to another, as we now have Damien Priest coming out, one half of the tag team champions alongside R-Truth, as we have a triple threat tag team match next.
Yeah, for the tag team titles. The one thing I noticed with that Finn Balor and Gunther segment is it looks to me like not only like we've been seeing this with the Intercontinental title, we've been seeing this with the US title. Looks like they're building up it looks like they're building what the main event scene is going to look like for the remainder of the year on SmackDown with Finn Balor, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Sami Zayn all being involved, and Kevin Owens too.
Yeah.
And Punk, of course. I kind of like that.
I mean, SmackDown really now kind of has the star power in between the two brands. When you really look on the fact that we're talking about a potential Finn Balor Gunther match. We have Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. We have CM Punk and Kevin Owens. Then you also have an injured Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill. Oh, your champions are Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton with Nia Jackson on there. And then you have Alexa Bliss. Like, it's a very heavy loaded roster. And then you have guys like Sami Zayn and Johnny Gargano that could pop in and be a very impactful. You then have the Baron Corbins, the Trick Williams, the Carmelo Hayes. And now we're getting into the tag team division, which has 3 teams showing tonight. And then we still don't know who Shinsuke Nakamura is returning or coming back with.
Right. And that could be something that we see in this triple threat match, perhaps.
I have a feeling they're gonna attack whoever the champions are, perhaps the MFTs.
He did say he was targeting the MFT in that video there.
Yeah, and let's not even talk about Fatal Influence, who is quietly just running around this division.
That's right.
And then if we want to, we can add Nikki Bella, Paige, even though they are unlisted when it comes to brand specifics.
Yeah, the SmackDown roster is shaping up to be really interesting.
Yeah.
And with that possible shakeup that you mentioned earlier, it could get even better afterwards.
Yeah, if we're talking about SmackDown losing somebody like a Julia and Jordan Grace, and we're not naming them in that list. I mean, that tells you a lot about the depth of the SmackDown. So when they do go ahead back to 3 hours in January, that is now becoming more likely than just a rumor. We're going to see some serious stories and things just develop, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, and by the way, have I mentioned that there's Miz and Kit Wilson also?
right.
Matt Cardona.
And it obviously doesn't seem that SmackDown doesn't need any help, but we, on the other hand, do. So take a look at this.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos, games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today, because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
That's right, folks. If you feel up to it, click the turnbucklestudios.org, and if you want to, click that join button, fill out that application, and join our team, turnbucklestudios.org. As As we got Haku and the MFT making their way to the ring. They're not officially the MFT, but we've just been kind of calling them that.
Well, the name graphic still has them as the MFTs.
Oh, did it? I didn't see that.
Yeah. I think the definition of MFTs could be changed.
Mm-hmm.
So we start with a member from each team here.
Well, Tonga wants to come in first. Well, they're all changing. Or is this going to be a point where we're going to see? Okay.
Gotta love how R-Truth went to walk out of the ring. So we have these three teams, and then we could possibly get Shinsuke Nakamura and someone as a fourth. We very well could be then looking at the beginning of a tag team division with some depth.
Yeah, not to mention, we do also have in the tag team division on SmackDown, there's Fraxium, Berto, and Garza. And I know that they've been in AAA a lot lately, but they are SmackDown guys. Actually, with Berto and Garza, I say just keep them in AAA because they've been having a hell of a run down there.
Yeah, I think that is the plan too. And then, I mean, if you really want, you could add Sane and Gargano into this tag division if you really want to.
Yeah, which is where I think we're going with that.
But since we're on a commercial, could we play that beautiful calendar video one more time? I do have to do something. I could use a minute.
Yeah, let's do it.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night, we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday, we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays let us power your dreams with the Xbox Showcase at 9 p.m. Friday, we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown SecuiryDetail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap Delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day, and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
That's right, guys. All you got to do is just go on over to turnbucklestudios.org, click that shows button. You'll be able to catch all of our latest programming there, including this episode, which will be uploaded a few hours after the live broadcast. Turnbucklestudios.org/shows. That is the place to go.
So I don't think we're going to see new tag team champions, but if, say we do, who would you go with?
If I wanted to keep them hot, I would go with the MFT taking the belts. And the reason I say that is because I've been mulling this over in my head, is the X Factor at ringside, Haku. Who knows what he could still do to any one of these teams that are out there.
Yeah, and that's something I would do as well. Is I would put the titles on the MFTs here.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Shinsuke and whoever whoever he chooses. That could be your tag team feud going forward.
Yeah.
With Damien Priest doing some stuff at AAA, we could see R-Truth join and maybe see them go after the War Raiders and their AAA tag titles.
Yep. I was going to say, wait, is Haku actually out there? But yeah, he's out there.
Yeah.
And as I'm watching this match, I'm thinking in my head, this is going to be a bit of a treat for Haku to actually like watch his sons wrestle live. And I'm sure he's done this several times, but just the way I think of that, and the way I see Haku outside the ring, he always seems gleeful to see that kind of stuff when it's his own kids, you know?
Yeah. It's just too bad that Tonga Loa was part of the releases.
Mm-hmm. Because I honestly feel like with bringing Haku in, I now kind of feel like Tonga Loa would have benefited big time from that too.
Yeah.
But as you stated, like when we were talking off stream, there is a possibility that he could come back. Same thing with Jeff Cobb if he does come back.
Yeah. And Jeff Cobb has he had a hilarious interview of his time shared and how he was not sure how he was included into the MFTs, but said he enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Just deadless truth.
And that's the one thing with Eric and Ivar is they've got some scary, scary strength and scary. I lost the word on what I was saying.
Athleticism.
Thank you.
Like, I would like to see them focus more on their strength and less on their acrobatics,
Mm-hmm.
just because we saw it earlier that they're getting a little older, and with the neck issues, I would like them just to take a little bit maybe more calculated risks and not just random ones.
Yeah, see, I would if I were them, given like of course their age and the injuries, save the acrobatics for like the big shows, like if you're at a WrestleMania or something like that, you know. It's just something I remember hearing about Brock Lesnar when he was doing the Shooting Star Press. I forget who it was, but they're like, you can't do that weekly. You got to save that for the big moments.
Well, our truth was getting some steam on Tonga, but it was Tonga who's used the distraction of Eric to get a head.
Oh, suplex into a power bomb.
And there it is.
Yeah, new tag team champions, guys. Well, adding Haku to the MFT was paid dividends for them.
And what I loved is this keeps the War Raiders, Truth, and our and Priest, that whole thing fresh too.
Mm-hmm. Because now, yeah, because you can now take those two and spin them off into the AAA tag team title feud.
Mm-hmm.
And this is maybe where you can go with that Shinsuke Nakamura thing.
Yeah.
I guess we're not going to find out Nakamura's partner yet tonight. Well, maybe next week we can find out. But up next, we've got our U.S. Women's Championship match.
And you have to think, this being the main event, I do think there is something to think. Could we see a second title change? I think it's very likely.
I think so too. And I'm kind of basing that off of both Chelsea and now Tiffany's injury. And not to mention the fact that, well, now we've got Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, involved in that situation as well. And I think what this is about to do here is we're going to spin Jacy off with the U.S. Women's title, and we're probably going to build a list of contenders now for Chelsea.
And I'm wondering if, by chance, if we see this 30 days as a way to really add into a storyline and see if someone is going to sabotage Chelsea Green's ability to get back into the ring in 30 days.
Yeah.
But we have said before, and that broken orbital bone is 4 to 8 weeks in time. The 30 days is roughly 5 weeks after the injury.
Yeah.
So we don't know the severity of it and whether or not it is a serious break. It does look that Chelsea Green's eyesight is still like fine. fine. She said it didn't feel as bad as she thought.
Yeah.
It hurts, but and the fact that we're seeing some mobility, we're not. I don't think there's a panic mode with this. I think it's just an unfortunate break and it's unfortunate situation, but I don't think it's a long-term panic like the one with Rhea. So I do think we could breathe a little bit here.
Yeah, I think she'll still be able to compete, and I'm thinking now, based off like what Aldous and her had said earlier tonight, I'm thinking it's more close to I'm going to go way back in the '90s when the Undertaker broke his orbital bone. Sure, he was off TV for a few weeks, but he was able to come back and still wrestle, provided he had a mask on.
Yeah. The only difference is schedule between then and now, where it's just so drastic, and
Yeah,
you can hide an Undertaker then because you only had the one show a week.
yeah,
So it's a little different, but the idea, yeah.
he didn't have to do the 4 or 5 house shows in that same week. So
No, and he wasn't the champion, I don't think, at the time either.
no, Brett was the champion during that time.
So, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I do think that had there been a little bit more of a serious nature of the injury, and the company needed to take action, they would, but I don't think they wanted to in this scenario. I truly don't think so. And we see somebody like Liv Morgan who wasn't hurt, didn't do anything with the title for a bit. And then I think this is just more of a, as much as I think the right thing was to maybe crown a champion if you had to, if the injury was serious and strip her of the title, I think being a little patient too. You look famously at the Mr. Anderson, Mr. Kennedy Money in the Bank, and how not waiting and being patient kind of screwed his opportunity out. I think this is an opportunity now. You're looking at being a little patient, taking your time and saying, you know what? Okay, we don't have to react right away. We're going to be okay.
Yeah, and that's even the current situation with Rhea, and hence why we have this interim women's championship. You know.
Well, I do think aren't they? Didn't they say Chelsea's a permanent champion?
I'm gonna have to assume so, because when she did come out, it didn't say. I don't think it said interim on her title on her graphic there like it did last week.
No, I think the surgery took away the interim and made it permanent.
Yeah. That doesn't mean that when Rhea comes back, she's obviously going to get another shot at the belt.
Oh yeah, in due time, yeah.
But the one thing that I think is going to that will play a major factor in this matchup is going to be the numbers game with Fatal Influence being at ringside with Jacy Jane there.
Yeah.
But going back to Chelsea Green, I think the one thing I wouldn't mind seeing her do is what she already did earlier tonight, and that was she was in the corner for Matt Cardona. I wouldn't mind seeing that over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Well, as of right now on WWE.com, they still have Rhea Ripley listed as the women's champion and the interim tag still on Chelsea. I would assume that if that would get fixed if there was anything immediate to be done. So
yeah, and here's the other thing: when Aldous was calling her the women's champion, he wasn't saying interim women's champion. He was calling her the women's champion earlier tonight too.
Well, and right now I think she is the champion, but when Rhea does come back, I think maybe the interim
Yeah,
thing is there. But
yeah,
we'll attack that hill when that's the thing.
because we've got Tiffany Stratton just on fire right now.
And then Jacy Jane using that experience to get out of the ring and to kind of try to create some separation. Oh.
Oh.
And there is that distraction made by Lainey Reed. She takes one for the team.
Now, if I'm Jacy Jane, obviously the ribs of Tiffany Stratton are going to be hurt here because of what Lash Legend and Nia Jax did. I think that would be my primary focus, and that's exactly what she's doing right now, kicking those ribs.
Well, when life gives you lemons, you got to make that lemonade.
Right? I do have to wonder though if anybody does show up, who does come out to try and help Tiffy. I don't think Chelsea could do it.
I mean, we could see. I mean, Julia could.
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan Grace could.
Not that I would see it, but Charlotte, Tatum, Paxley, or and Alexa Bliss, maybe.
I mean, they could. 'Cause I wouldn't be shocked if that's the trio going after or to feud with Fatal Influence.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, right now that Jade Meechin and BFAB group is still kind of think the task at hand for those three.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking about it, I don't think there's very many babyface women's tag teams that could go after their tag team titles.
I mean, they can go to NXT. That's also a thing as well.
They can go to Raw too.
Yeah. So I don't think there's a limitation. I just
I might be just thinking about like the women's tag teams on SmackDown right now.
But if you do take the titles off of Chelsea and Tiffany Stratton, you can go forward with them as a team if you want to.
I think that's where I would go after they lose their respective titles.
Ooh. Tiffany Stratton takes that tumble off the top rope. Just took her a little too much time. And you have to think if that gas tank in her is a little bit worn out. And Chelsea Green right there being that person to help console Tiffany Stratton. Now Jacy Jane getting that momentum.
That was a beautiful senton.
Yeah. Well, she landed right on Jacy Jane with that too.
That might have been the cleanest senton I've seen. The cleanest senton I've seen in a long time there. She tried to get her up in the fireman's carry, but those ribs coming into play there. Oh, that's an interesting roll up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right onto the knees.
And just when we thought she was going for that moonsault, the knees of Jacy Jane come up, but Jacy Jane gets that moment of just a chance to rest it and just get her breath back. Instead of going for the moonsault again, she takes out Laney Reed and Fallon Henley on the outside.
Now, could this be the downfall of Tiffany easily getting distracted like that?
And that is Jacy Jane is able to take advantage of that mistake. And she has now defeated Tiffany Stratton to become the new Women's United States champion.
How often is it that we see two championships change hands on SmackDown?
Back to back as well.
Yeah, that's not often that happens.
And I got to give props to the official because Jacy Jane did move the pin and kind of spun it.
Yeah, good
Therefore,
on her
had to evolve and change the count.
Yeah, good on her for just keeping an eye on those shoulders as you should as an official. But I think this is setting up to prove that Fatal Influence is going to be your dominant faction on SmackDown. And we go from one dominant female faction to another. I wonder if this is all going to be a setup for these two women factions to go after one another.
Random chick tater tot. That's And then we get straight into it as we are now getting into our main event match. Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes.
And look at the time. There's really not a lot of time for this match to happen. So I think you might be right with Randy Orton showing up.
Yeah, and But in a weird way, I can see it almost be a throwaway match.
Mm-hmm.
But why don't we, before we get into that, give everyone that double play of our help and shop commercial one last time for the night.
Let's do it.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's right. If you want to go to turnbucklestudios.org, you can go there. And let's say you want to join us. Click that join button, fill out that application. It'll be sent off to us for us to take a look at. Or if you want to do some shopping, click that shop button. You'll be able to do all kinds of shopping there. But let's say you want to meet the host too. You can also click the host button. You'll be able to find all of our socials, whether it's you want to look for myself, Mr. Parrish, Bubba Duke. We're all there for you guys. Turnbucklestudios.org. And also, we too have a tag team partner with us, and that would be Dubby. Go to w.gg, guys. Use that promo code TV Studios to save yourself 10% off of every delicious beverage in that store. That is w.gg, everyone.
Yeah, look at that. We're right back. Perfect timing. It's almost as if we planned it that way.
They weren't supposed to know about the plan, Parrish.
Don't worry. I'm only making them think that they know that there was a plan to begin with.
All right.
Now they're thinking there was a plan and we already got them. Because there was no plan.
Okay, Sammy's coming out and he's got... Oh, there's Randy Orton. Well, I thought it was going to be a whole other scenario with Sami Zayn coming out. He's got that thing on his wrist again. I thought he was going to say, yo, there's no match. I'm hurt. But no, we're getting Cody just being decimated by Randy Orton right now.
I wonder if Sammy just walks right in, takes that pin. Oh, what a beautiful counter by Randy Orton. I'm trying to see if Sami Zayn is still in the aisle.
Yeah, I'd like the camera to pan over there, or at least maybe get another reaction shot from Cody or Sammy.
Yep, Sammy's talking to the ref, Charles Robinson.
He's cursing out Charles Robinson because this was supposed to be a number one contenders match. So then, okay, now this, I wonder now, with Cody being beaten up here, do we get Sammy and Randy maybe next week and then Cody attacks Randy?
I don't think we're going to get Sammy and Randy by any means. I think Randy's making it known that Cody Rhodes is his target. And I think Randy just wants to make sure Cody's prevented from being world champion.
Okay. So then that begs the other question. Do we actually get the Sammy Finn match that we were supposed to get at SummerSlam but didn't get? But I also kind of think that we're spinning off with Finn and Gunther as well.
Yeah. I think it'd be really funny if next week Nick Aldis tells Gunther and Finn that you are now the number one contenders match, and this is just irate Sammy.
Yeah. I mean, for all we know, this whole thing with Sammy could also be leading to a Nick Aldis Sammy matchup. And I think I'm just saying that because I'd like to see another.
I was gonna say, I think you need to pause the brakes on Nick Aldis getting back in the ring anytime soon.
Well, I mean that the match with Gunther left me wanting more Nick Aldis. Oh.
Somebody was in the way.
Well, it looks like Sammy's vacated the aisleway.
Yeah. Well, if you were Sammy, would you want to get in the middle of this?
No. But it looks to me like, based off what Randy's trying to do here, is we're probably going to see Cody get taken off TV for a little bit. Or maybe not.
And after all these times, I did not know a Viper had balls to kick.
Well, now we know, and knowing is half the battle. Okay, so I got to wonder if that's what all this was talking with Jason Jordan and Davari about. Getting a little more physically involved there.
Well, and you can't say Nick Aldis isn't putting the safety of his competitors in a priority standpoint.
Right?
Oh,
and we're going to commercial, or we're fading out from that. Nice.
Anticlimactic finish right there.
Yeah.
But
hey, I wonder if they're just going to tell everybody to go to YouTube to catch the rest of it.
Or even just their socials, which I'm sure we'll see later tonight.
But that was quite an eventful episode of SmackDown. Parrish, what did you think of it?
Yeah, the intensity really came out. We saw it in the tag match. We saw it in the United States Championship match. I mean, we had 3 championship matches tonight, which is something that we don't really get on SmackDown. 2 of them being title changes. And very crazy. I do like the way that Jacy Jayne was able to become the champion. It definitely looks like we're going to see Nia Jax and Lash Legend kind of go up against that tandem of Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton. So I think that's something you could build off of. The big question is who are going to be the next competitors for Fatal Influence now that they're all champions?
Right.
And the kicker is Fatal Influence can go to Raw. So could we see this team go over to the Raw side? It'll be very interesting. But I mean, I think I'm going to have to, shout out the women on here because I thought that was a great match.
Yeah, I loved that emotional opening where we thought Nick Aldis was going to strip Chelsea Green of the title, only for Nick Aldis to sort of reverse his decision mid promo and say, "Look, I'm not going to strip you of the title, but in 30 days, if you can get cleared and you can get a mask, we want you back in the ring." And then we saw like just what looks to me like the entire build for possible contenders for Chelsea Green when that 30 days is up. But yeah, I got to give it props to the women again as well, because that United States title match was actually far better than I expected it would be. And the way that the show ended there with Cody and Randy still fighting one another, I'm hooked for next week's SmackDown in Toronto.
Yeah.
But on that note, as we say our goodbyes, Mr. Parrish, I'm going to leave that saying the goodbyes up to you.
All right, everyone. If you are able to look in the mirror and be happy, just realize that's what matters in life. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Security Detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. Have a great night. And don't forget, tapping in is your first way of being successful.
Lights go down, the sirens sound.